But it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful that here in Nigeria we are united. We have this huge blessing of ties of history and language and woven together constantly by the toing and froing of brilliant Nigerians to my country and back again, and British people coming to Nigeria. And of course, look, I'm proud, very proud of what we export to Nigeria. We send you pharmaceuticals and bankers and services of all kinds, automotive parts, all sorts of things. We send whiskey, huge quantities of whiskey, probably more popular somewhere than another. We send, and you send us so much in return. Oil and gas, Nollywood movies, brilliant doctors, nurses, technicians, tech geniuses from Nigeria. Nigeria come to the UK, and we're very grateful. We're very grateful and honoured. And we send you, former United Kingdom Prime Ministers, and you send us, future United Kingdom Prime Ministers, in the form of Kemi Badenoch, who comes from Nigeria and is doing better and better these days.
So tell me, Nigeria, after 60 years of mining oil, why up to date you don't have a processing and a refinery to purify your oil and sell petrol to the world? That's why the oil pipes of Nigeria are passing through villages where poverty is worst. British Petroleum in Nigeria has to import back its own fuel as a processed product at a price 3 to 4, 5 times more than they send it out of the country. Those mines don't belong to us. The government signed a document with the British government, and it's in the constitution, it's in the law, that Britain will mine this place for the next 99 years. I don't know how long is the lease. So you have the same law that you vote leaders into, and when they get into this law, the Western world always make sure the person going onto that chair understands the law which protects us. So the revolutionaries that are coming in now seem to have poor knowledge of law.
The British have never faced justice. That is why they still run around the world pretending to tell us what to do. You know, one of the most painful statements that I ever heard in my life was from former British Prime Minister Tony Blair, when he said that Africa is a scar on the conscience of the world. How dare he? It is because we have never asked them to answer for their atrocities. The day they do, they will know that we are truly hungry. They have never. And that is why some of us are very serious about this whole idea of reparations and proper apology. They have never apologized.
There is no good reason why Nigeria is not one of the leading economies in the world. They have an emerging Silicon Valley in Lagos. Out of the 442 tech hubs in Africa, 90 of them are in Nigeria. One of the smartest men in the world, Dr. Philip Emeagwali, is Nigerian, and he developed one of the fastest computer systems on Earth called the Connection Machine, where he connected over 60,000 computers to solve 3.1 billion calculations per second. They are the largest oil producer in Africa and the 6th largest oil producer in the world. They have tons of it. They were colonized by the British in the 1800s, and they gained their independence by 1960, so they had about 80 years under British rule. Until oil was discovered there in the very early 1900s, Britain took a lot of gold from Nigeria as well. But why isn't their economy thriving? Why are they suffering so much right now? The country is resource rich, they have plenty of brilliant people, they have emerging tech hubs going on all over the place, but there's not a lot of optimism about their future, even though they have so much. I think it's because there is a concerted effort by either the East or the West or both to make sure that there is not one major powerhouse in Africa to unite and guide regions of the continent. Africa is the most resource-rich continent in the world, and the rest of the world, at least who has a lot of money and power, want to make sure that they can keep exploiting these continents to get the cheap resources. Look at this chart of Nigeria's economic growth since 1992. It was booming. It was skyrocketing. It was matching China's explosive growth. And then boom, 2014 happens. You have Muslim fundamentalists coming in from all sides, and boom, the economy contracts from 565 billion a year all the way down to below $400 billion. That is disastrous. And they still haven't recovered to this day. They are $100 billion smaller than they were almost 10 years ago. There's only so much you can blame on corruption, incompetent leadership, because plenty of other countries that managed to thrive have had both. Look at India. All of the energy and oil infrastructure that was built in Nigeria was started off by the British. Of course, because oil is such a precious resource, the country focused on exporting this. In fact, oil represents 91% of all of Nigeria's exports. That's an even higher percentage of oil exports than Saudi Arabia. 74% of all of their exports come from oil. One thing that Saudi Arabia has is the complete and total backing of the United States. They make sure that no one but the Sauds control Saudi Arabia, and of course there's a lot of strategic advantages that the US gets to enjoy as a result, along with the petrodollar. One of my theories is that it's because Nigeria is a secular country, even though they have a large Muslim population. Secular means that they strongly believe in the separation of church and state. The fact that Nigeria is a secular nation with a large population and they are very resource rich scares a lot of the world. Either way, something doesn't add up when you stack all the cards in Nigeria's favor compared to their economy and overall stability. I think their greatness is being robbed or held back.